Hey, good morning, man. What's up with it, Nicole? What's cracking, Sloppy D? What's up, Shanti? Good evening to you. But it's just 11:30 in the morning from where I'm sitting at. What's up with it, Kane? If y'all ain't smiled today, you better smile. What's cracking, Magic City? We're gonna vibe for like 2-3 more minutes, and then we're gonna talk. If y'all have any questions, just get them ready, because we finna go all the way in. I'm finna be here for the next 2.5 hours answering any questions anybody has around astrology, numerology, spirituality, anything. We here. It's 8:42 a.m. there. Where? Where is that exactly, Cam? Because it's 11:42 a.m. exactly from where I'm sitting. But time is just a fabrication. That's the most Pisces moon thing I've ever said in my life, but it's true. It's 1:42 in the ATL. Hey. Hey. It's 12:43 in Houston. What's up, Leslie? This is just your daily reminder that everything is vibration. So, before we do anything else, vibe. I call this beat right here that I made, Help the Bear. Because as I've stated more than a few times, should you ever be in the forest or up on a mountain and you encounter me being attacked by a bear, you better help the bear. That's what type of cat I am. How's everybody's weekend been? I love the Aries moons, man. I always feel them the most. What's cracking with y'all, man? Let me turn this down a little bit. My weekend was all right. The Dallas Cowboys smashed the ATL Falcons. I mean, stomped a Texas-sized mud hole in that ass. So I feel glorious. But what we got going on cosmically today? Let's talk about that before we get to these questions. Because we got to go there. So we got the sun at 23 degrees of Scorpio today. All right. We got the moon at 13 degrees of Aries right now. By the time we get done, it'll be done slid into 14 degrees. What's up, Samir? We got Mercury at 15 degrees of Scorpio today. We got Venus at 9 degrees of Capricorn today. We got Mars at 10 degrees of Capricorn today. What's up, Glam Diva? We got Jupiter at 23 degrees of Aquarius today. We got Saturn at 7 degrees of Aquarius today, which it might either today or tomorrow. I think Saturn might transition to 8 degrees, but tomato. We got Uranus at 12 degrees of Taurus still. And yeah, man, Uranus is going to be retrograde until January, y'all. So you just going to have to stay buckled down with that. Mr. Nobody, what's cracking with you? Neptune is at 20 degrees of Pisces still today, and that's going to be retrograde until December 1st, when that's finally going to start moving after like 5 months of bullshit. We got Pluto at 24 degrees of Capricorn still also. We got Chiron at 8 degrees of Aries. We got the nodes still at 1 degrees of Gemini and Sagittarius respectively. And we now have the Black Moon Lilith at 14 degrees of Gemini. So what you got to do is look into your chart and see how these transit planets are affecting your natal planets. But when we talk about the major aspects we got going on in the sky today, what we think? We got that Sun in Scorpio at 23 degrees, exactly square Jupiter in Aquarius at 23 degrees right there. And that's Jupiter, so it says a lot. That says that people are definitely going to be feeling a little bit more positive and optimistic, but maybe a little too much so. You know, which could definitely have people overplaying their hand. And, you know, that right there definitely going to get motherfuckers into trouble. And then not only that, you know, you can never forget that the sun represents the ego and Jupiter represents expansion, okay? And so for the next few days, motherfuckers is going to be feeling themselves to the maximum, man. But with this being a square, hey, that ego could definitely get in the way too. So this is definitely some interesting energy with that. And then you also have this Scorpio sun trying to Neptune in Pisces and sextile to Pluto in Capricorn, which, hey man, that might bring us a little bitty peace of mind. And it's going to heighten our intuition. It's going to strengthen our sensitivity. But it's also going to increase that possibility for over-idealism to the point where, you know, we can end up fooling ourselves or being extra gullible to somebody else's bullshit and be a sucker for somebody's sob story right now. So, hey, man, you got to watch out. You got to watch out. And then with Pluto here, hey, man, if you could just stay down and work through it, you could really come out the other side infinitely more powerful, man. But you're gonna have to work because there's transformation with Pluto, but Capricorn represents taking the necessary steps and really working on it. All right. Then what else we got? We got this Mars in Scorpio is also almost exactly opposite. Well, it's coming up on an exact opposition in the next few days to Uranus and Taurus. Which, hey, man, that means anything can and will happen for this next week or so. And with this being the Taurus and Scorpio axis, not only will whatever happen be extremely powerful and transformative, but it just might be wildly lucrative too. It just might be. But, and there is a but. Hey, man, this is Mars and Uranus, y'all. So, hey, this is a highly energized environment that we're living in for this next week or so, man. And then, you know, you have to think about this. With the moon being in Aries too, it only adds to that whole unpredictable dynamic. And then it's just gathering more and more momentum and that's going to build up to this eclipse that's coming in a few days. So just remember with this energy right here, don't start no shit, it won't be no shit. What you do with it is what you do with it. Remember that. And if you're here and you ain't hit the like button, you hurt my feelings. And then what else we got going on with this? Oh, that Scorpio Mars is also sextile to Venus in Capricorn right now. Which, hey, that's what's up. That right there could increase our desires and really help give us an ability to know and go after whatever the fuck it is that we want. But it also gives people that little extra dose of finesse and business savvy to really make shit happen. That's live right there. And this energy right here, it is not only going to do that. If you want to look at it from a relationship or intimacy standpoint, you know, it's really going to heat up our passion and you know, increase our stamina. We can't forget that as well. To a point where a motherfucker could really work your ass for real for these next few days, man. Or, you know, maybe like a week or so. So that's something that you definitely want to look into and utilize in whatever way, form, or fashion possible. Whether you want to increase the passion with whatever you have going on and whatever situation that you're in intimately, or if you want to take that right there and use this Uranus and Mars opposition and this Mars and this Mars and Venus sextile to really get you some money and really get whatever creative endeavor you've been working on or whatever business arena that you're trying to work in to really be powered up and work for you. Because you got the axis and the magnetism going on between you, yourself, your passion, your possessions, everything. All you got to do is do something with it. Do something with it. And y'all talking about this eclipse on Joe Biden's birthday, how is it going to play out? It's going to play out like any other eclipse, y'all. Y'all place too much stock in this bullshit, man. Joe Biden is just a man. Just like Trump is just a man. Y'all allow politics to distract you from what's really going on. Hey, man. If you have chosen any side whatsoever, you're dangerously foolish. You're dangerously foolish. And I mean that. Them are just dudes. The presidents are just figureheads. Like, I understand the code, but y'all, hey, man. People be so worried about politics when these politicians are sitting at the lunch table right across from each other, making up ways to distract your ass from what's really going on. It's all gravy. Everybody's entitled to opinion. I'm just saying. At some point in your spiritual awakening, at some point in whatever you have going on with you spiritually, you're going to come to a point where you're going to be way more concerned with how things really are than you're concerned with how they appear. Fuck Joe Biden. And fuck Donald Trump. Fuck politics. Fuck religion. Religion is what's wrong with spirituality, and politics is what's wrong with everything. Don't ever forget that. And fuck Jack and Rose too, if we're gonna go there. Fuck the whole Titanic. I'm getting off the boat. Eclipses are really important. But, you know, the thing about anytime you're dealing with the sun and the moon is just realize that he might have something go on with him internally. You know what I'm saying? He might have something go on that checks his ego. Or he might be greatly empowered. There's no telling how that's going to play out. But maybe I jumped the gun a little bit because I'm not perfect, you know. I saw you mention Joe Biden and it immediately rubbed me the wrong way. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So back to what's going on cosmic. We also got that Venus in Capricorn right now. It's all gravy. I myself have a problem with politics. I have no preference for any individual because those are just men that both have their great attributes and their great setbacks. And their words are the only thing that we're allowed to really perceive of them. Because their actions have no weight behind them unless some type of congressional action gets behind the weight of their actions. So that's the reason why the president can say what they want. They can seem like the greatest figurehead in the world. But without somebody or several somebodies put in the action of their energy and their pen, which is a representation of their energy, without somebody putting that behind them, they have nothing. With these politicians, without us as the people putting our money and putting our hopes and dreams and energy into them, they have no power. They're just men like the rest of us. So we should never be complaining about the monsters that we are creating. We only get what we allow. Never forget that. Never forget that. I don't pay much attention to Joe Biden because the motherfucker is 173 years old. I don't pay attention to Trump because Trump is too fucking petty to have any spiritual understanding whatsoever. So he and I could never connect. Real talk. But let's get away from that because we wasting my time. Anyway, we also got Venus in Capricorn right now, square to this Chiron in Aries, almost exactly, man. And hey, man, that lets me know straight up that there could definitely be some shit from the past that we might have thought we were over that could come up and cause some issues in our life right now. But the truth of the matter is, with this being with Capricorn and Venus, it could be in our relationships, or it could have to do with us checking our own ego, with this being Aries right here. And it could be about putting the work in with this self. But if I look at it, issues that are going to come up with related to people in the past and presently that we'll have to work through. But with this being Chiron in Aries and this being Venus in Capricorn, the realization that we're going to have to come through is that it's not them, it's us. So we're going to have to work on ourselves to get through this shit, because that's all you can do, to be honest with you. You can't work on the next motherfucker no matter how much you try. All you can do is work on yourself and make sure that in 5 minutes from now, in 2 hours from now, in 2 days from now, you are better than the person that you were before this. You feel me? That's all you can do is work on you. And in doing so, you will see your relationships improve. Because while working on you, you can also come to the realization that the motherfuckers that you're attracting, or the motherfuckers that you are allowing to be attracted to you, are causing problems in your life. Nicole Sweet, you said, do I notice any similarities in your astrology chart, in your numerology chart? Yes. And I preach this on a daily basis with y'all. Now, the thing about your life path though, is it has a lot going on, but I think your life path is way more aligned with your North Node placement than it necessarily would be with your sun or your rising or your moon. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're going to exactly correlate, but I think those two kind of run parallel more than anything else within your astrological and your numerological profile. You feel me? For instance, I'm a life path master number 11, but my North Node is in Aries in the 7th house. Well, the thing about the number 11 is it's also a 2, but in being a 2, it's also the energy of the double 1. Well, what's up, Asian, the alchemist? What that would say, first of all, with the master number 11 in numerology, I'm giving a lot of creative skills. I'm giving a lot of talents. I'm giving a lot of gusto. But the whole thing with that is realizing that it's not about me. I am supposed to use those gifts that I have been imparted with to shine light on other people and help them, and use my gifts with that master number 11 to really teach people and help them come into their power. With the master number 11, you're not King Arthur. You're Merlin. You have all the magic in the world, but it's to make other people powerful. It's to show them their power. So with your North Node being in Aries in the 7th house, hey, I have creative gifts. And with my South Node being in Libra in the 1st house, that say I had a tendency to go my own way, but I wasn't straight up about it. With your South Node in Libra in the 1st house, you were wishy-washy. You never were sufficient. You kind of relied on everybody else to do your dirty work for you. You feel me? You kind of manipulated your way through life. Like you worked your jelly. You were never straight up with your South Node in Libra in the 1st house. And I have a karmic debt, number 19, which definitely implies that I was royalty, or I was somebody that was powerful that abused my power. I had a great deal of power, and I used nefarious energy to either get my power or to keep my power. And that doesn't mean that I was killing people, but that could definitely mean that I was manipulating people. I was using people. I was working my jelly. You feel me? And that's something that's definitely within my nature to do. So, because I'm extremely sensitive, I'm extremely intuitive, I'm extremely empathic, but that does not mean that I'm a good person. It takes me to work on me to be a good person. So that's the thing with that North Node and that life path right there. With my North Node being in Aries in the 7th house, hey, I need to be self-sufficient, but I also maintain healthy relationships. I need to do right by people. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what you're asking, Samir, or what you're saying, Bert. Yeah, it's about taking care of me, making sure I'm straight, being straight up, but also maintaining healthy relationships. And if you just want to look at it simply, that's what that 11 or that double one is. I have all the energy, all of the personality, the charisma, the power, the creativity to do whatever I want, to take over and be a leader in any arena. But it's not about me. It's about us. So I need to do whatever I can to maintain balance while also using that one energy. That's why it's a 1, but it's also a 2, and that makes it a master number 11. Okay? And then, that's right. And then you can look at other things in your chart. For instance, I was just talking to somebody the other day because I was taught a valuable lesson just 3 or 4 days ago about valuing myself, about allowing myself to make money the right way, about getting out of that Saturn in the 2nd house mentality and going towards my Taurus vertex. Because let me tell you something, I have a karmic lesson number 8 in my profile. Now, the thing about a karmic lesson number is a karmic lesson number 8, that would say that you have an extreme talent for making money that you are disrespecting in this lifetime. You're not utilizing it, you're disrespecting it, and so you're gonna have to learn something about that or work through that, or you're not gonna fulfill your karmic thing. All right. I'll tell you in a second, AZ and the Alchemist, because you're letting that 10th house cusp in Leo confuse you. That 10th house cusp in Leo has nothing to do with your North Node being in Virgo in the 10th house. They're completely unconnected. But with a karmic lesson number 8, that's what that says. That 8 is all about making money, being a boss. You know what I'm saying? Building up material security. All right? And so my vertex is in Taurus in the 8th house, which says that with your vertex, that's a karmic point in astrology. Your vertex is a point that's activated by meeting people that, you know, are correct along your path, and by through synastry, by events. You feel me? By events in your life. And so your vertex is like, it's like the dark matter of your chart, I kind of tell people, because it's the part of yourself that you never have been able to see or pay attention to. It's not like the 7th house list. The vertex is the part of you that's there, that's not there. And for me, with it being in Taurus in the 8th house, like, I don't see myself as having tremendous earning potential the way that I do. That's why my Saturn is in the 2nd house too. And it's in Sagittarius in the 2nd house, which says that I don't really believe in myself. The problem has to do with my mentality and me not being positive about the way that I'm seeing issues with material security. You feel me? What's up, my magic? So that's what that's implying. And so that's directly connected to that Taurus vertex, which says that I don't see myself as somebody that just gets money the way that I really could just be getting money, which is directly correlated to that karmic lesson 8 in my chart. You know what I'm saying? And it's about people. It's about people coming into my life. It's about events happening that cause me to be self-sufficient. Because that's the thing with that. As long as I'm being self-sufficient, then I'm activating that Taurus North Node. Money is going to keep flowing to me. I'm going to have tremendous earning potential. As long as I see myself as having tremendous earning potential, I will have tremendous earning potential. And I'm going to meet people along my path that might be Tauruses or that might be something else. You know what I'm saying? That are going to teach me about what I should be doing and making me value myself more. Because the reason that I don't have tremendous earning potential is because I don't place enough value in myself. You feel me? And so that's all that's about. And so that directly correlates when we talk about astrology and numerology to my numerology chart. That karmic lesson number 8 that's in my numerology chart. You feel me? That says that I'm not getting money like I should be. I also have a 3 in my karmic lesson numbers, which says that I'm not utilizing my talents the right way. That means that I'm kind of taking it easy. I've been a little. That 3 means that you're not utilizing your creativity the right way, or that you're fucking up your free will. Now that's really a karmic debt 13 is about maybe drug use and abusing your free will. That's a karmic debt 13. Like in previous lives, you abused your free will. Like, you know what I mean? You didn't go along your life path. You just sat back and didn't do the shit you were supposed to do, and you fucked off your life somehow. Maybe getting high, or maybe chasing after somebody that wasn't really about your ass, or something like that. That's what that 13 is about. All right. If you're here and you ain't hit the like button, you are hurting my feelings. Hey, the destiny number 4 just means that's really Capricorn energy, like that 4. You know, that's about building. The 4 is about building, making solid foundations. You know what I'm saying? That's what that 4 is about. The 8 is more of the Taurus and Scorpio energy. You know what I'm saying? And like somebody said earlier, it's infinite. If you put it on its side, it doesn't die, just like Scorpio does it. Just that Taurus to Scorpio axis, like it doesn't die no matter what. But anyway, yeah, some people have 4. I have 4 karmic lesson numbers and a karmic debt number. I've seen some people have 3 or 4 karmic debt numbers. And you have to understand, not everybody has a karmic debt number. Everybody does have karmic lesson numbers, but not everybody incurred a karmic debt over their life. Karmic debts mean that you really was fucking up before. And then it goes, you know, from 13, 14, 16, 17, and 19. Now, the thing is, 19 is the highest, and I have the highest. Like, when we're talking about Hitler, you're talking about Genghis Khan. Those have life path. Those are karmic debt number 19 type people. People that really fucked up on a global scale. So whatever I had going on was really fucked up. A destiny number 4, like that's just Ember, you already know, like that's really going towards that Capricorn energy that you got. That's a bit about building. That's about, you know, being serious. That's about building solid foundations and making sure that you're setting things up for the future. And then a destiny number 33. A destiny number 33, man. Like 33s are teachers. 33s are the type of people, man, like I don't want anybody to ever think that there's like a hierarchy, like 22, 33, 11 are more powerful, or that they're better than the other 9 either. It just means that they're different. With that 11, that 22, and 33, like, you have, with those master numbers, you have specific purposes in this life. And so, just a second, let me text my we're supposed to pick my son up. But let me think for a second on this Destiny 33. The 33 is about being a teacher, man. I mean, that's what it is to me, man. And it means that you're artistic. It means that you're caring. It means that you're generous. It means you're intelligent and intuitive. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for you, it's just finding a manner of self-expression that's really going to help you out in this life. You know what I'm saying? Nicole Sweet, when I'm looking, you said when you're looking at your son's numerology chart as a junior, do you use his full name or just his name? You use his full name. Those extra 2 letters matter. Like, they make a tremendous difference in his life path and the accuracy of it. If you named him at birth, you know, whatever junior, then that is what his, when you're doing his numerology chart, that is what it needs to reflect. Now, when you're doing his signature, if you want to leave off those 2 letters, that's fine, because your signature number makes, it helps you out too, because when you're signing your signature number, you can change your signature to reflect different numbers to reap the benefits of different things. Like, if you're doing some type of marriage proposal or some type of legal contract or business partnership, you should use a 2. If you're doing something that's really gonna benefit you, you know what I'm saying? That'll help out. My Magic, you said, is there astrological significance to being born on a leap year? Not that I know of, unless your birthday is February 29th. And even then, like, you'll still see your solar return. The sun just would never be in the exact same place on your birthday, ever. You get what I'm saying? So that's where it might be a little bit different, but it doesn't make your chart any astrologically more significant or more powerful or less powerful than somebody else's. Shamir, you said, do master numbers have karmic debt or more lessons to learn? Yes, in a way, but master numbers usually do come with the karmic debt, but master numbers also come with a specific purpose that you're gonna have to fulfill in this lifetime. There's something that you're specifically here to do in a major way. You know what I'm saying? Those master numbers takes that energy, your life path, and makes it not just about you. It makes it about other people as well. When you have a master number in your life path numbers or in your profiles right here. What's up, Cosmic Empress? Well, there's different ways to calculate there's different theories and ways you can calculate numerology. You know what I'm saying? There's not just Pythagorean theorem. There's a Vedic way to calculate numerology. There's more than one way. And so I would look at that, because you might be a master number 11. And I'm telling you, there is a difference in a 2 and an 11. Never let anybody get that twisted. There is a difference in a 2 and an 11, in a 33 and a 6, or 2 even, or 22 and a 2. Like, there is a major difference in that shit. Hey, the 5, man. The life path number 5, it's really comprised of a lot of different life paths. The life path number 5 means that you're going to go through a lot of changes in this life. All right, and it's just all about being adaptable and really being genuine. That's what the 5 is also about. The 5 is really like along that Aquarius Leo spectrum right there. Anything can and will happen in the life path 5. But how you handle the things that happen in your life is going to say a lot to how far you're able to ascend. You're right, Cosmic Empress. My magic. You said Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in the 2nd house. Is that good or difficult for money? It's all 3. It is that first of all, with Mars, Saturn, and Pluto there, like you have tremendous money-making potential. But there's also the fact that you trip out about money a lot. Like you really stress about money a lot. A lot of your energy is too focused on money. And because of that, you're having a hard time getting the money that you should be getting. And so with Pluto there, like you're going to need to change the way that you think, change the way that you address money. You know what I'm saying? And things will work out for you better. But the thing is, you're going to get money with that placement. As time goes by, even with Saturn there, I have Saturn in the 2nd house, but as time goes by, you're going to eventually see you be able to set, because really the 11th house is about how much money you're making. The 2nd house is about how much money you're saving. So you're going to see your ability to save money and put money away get increased with the more that you grow and mature. But you're also going to find that maybe as you get older and as life goes around, like you're not going to care so much about money. And that is what's going to free you up from all the bullshit that you've been going through with money in your life. And then because of that, money will start coming more freely. But either way it goes, like there's some really fucked up feelings that are going on with money. With Saturn and Pluto there, like there's fear. There's fear there about money, or about not having enough, of being homeless, of not being able to feed your kids, of just going broke and losing everything. And because of that fear, you are limiting yourself. And so you're going to have to go through some hardships, some changes in life, and really probably with Mars there too, some conflicts before you get to a point where it'll get better. Shamir, you said, what do I think priceless energy of 10 planets are retrograding? There's not 10 planets. So 10 planets can't be retrograding. Uranus conjunct Neptune in the 6th house in Capricorn. Uranus, with that, like that's extremely powerful energy. That gives you a little extra dose of legislative skills and leadership potential, but it also kind of messes with you a little bit because you don't really want to do shit for anybody unless it benefits you with that placement. And so this life, like you're gonna have to get over that propensity to only want to do shit that benefits yourself and start working towards things that are for the good of everybody, regardless of whether it benefits your ass directly or not. With that Neptune and Capricorn being there too, especially in the 6th house. You know what I'm saying? It's about being willing to serve, whether or not it comes back on you, and then also taking care of yourself consistently. Right there, because with that Uranus and that Neptune and Capricorn in the 6th house, like you could overwork yourself and really fuck up your health. Like you just be doing too much. Like all that ambition, all that drive is good, but if you don't learn to take a break, if you don't learn to stop sometimes, like it can really, really bring on some chronic health issues with that being in the 6th house, or have some unexpected shit come up that really fuck your whole game up. So it's about staying on a healthy routine consistently and putting the work in to make sure that you stay all right. All right. Kane, you said advice on raising your vibration. Number 1, stay away from low vibrational bullshit. Be willing to stick it out by yourself if you need to. Stop having the need to deal with other people. Because, hey, the spiritual path, it's usually a lonely one. I know that shit sounds cool to everybody these days, but everybody not about that shit. You got to be willing to stay at the house. You got to be willing to say, nah, that ain't what's best for me, even though it sounds fun. That's the thing about raising your vibration. You got to stay away from low vibrational bullshit. If you catch yourself indulging in things that you know aren't healthy for you at a soul level, then you have to stay away from that shit. It's about not being so petty today, and then taking that momentum and building it into tomorrow. It's about stop being so concerned with what everybody else has to say about you, and just being concerned with how the fuck you're conducting yourself. That's the thing about raising your vibration. Everybody will come on here and give you a whole bunch of whoop-de-whoop bullshit. No. The thing about raising your vibration is hold yourself accountable, and you've taken a tremendous step. After that, stay away from low vibrational bullshit. Bro, Vertex is not going to go retrograde. It's not a real astronomical body. The North Node and the South Node are always retrograde, even though they're not true astronomical bodies. The part of fortune is not a real astronomical body. These are point of calculations in the chart, so they probably always go retrograde. And even if not, like, that's not something that can be retrograde. Now, if you have Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all in retrograde in your chart, that just says that you're probably more of an introverted person. And there's a lot of things that you're gonna have to go through internally in life before you ever are able to get your energy right. Now, they mean things differently, different things, individually. Each one of those planets retrograde. But more than anything else, when you have all that retrograde energy, you just tend to doubt yourself a little bit more. You're a little bit more of an internal person. Like, you got to work things out internally before you're ever able to sort things out here. When you have all that retrograde energy, it takes all that and turns it internal. That's what the retrogression is. Asian, you said Uranus in Aquarius opposite the Leo, the midheaven in Leo. That means that not only do you come from a family where, y'all were taught to be yourselves, to be your authentic selves, but it also means that you care way more about your personal freedom than you do about what anybody else thinks about you or any public status or even your career. Like, sometimes that need to go your own way and that call for freedom that you must answer, it might stop you from reaching your highest potential. But also, with that opposition, if you can learn to accept how different you are from everybody else, deep down different. If you can accept that, hey man, I don't have to go everybody else's way, but I still need to be a team player, then a whole bunch of stuff could work out favorably for you. Okay? Because that says that, hey, you know how to, with that Aquarius Leo thing with the 4th and the 10th house, that says that you know how to take a step back, but you also know how to step into the spotlight if you need to. And you have both the brilliance and the gusto to do both. It's just getting over that conflict of interest that goes on with that, because sometimes you just want to go your own fucking way and it's going to cause issues and havoc when you're trying to build a career. Like, you just want to be free. Like, freedom is more important to you than anything else with that right there. And that need for freedom is going to get in the way or whatever the fuck you're trying to do for a career. So it's just finding the appropriate balance with the opposition, man. Because with it there, you actually have all the energy to be wildly successful. It's just sort through the bullshit. What else we got? Aquarius moon and Venus in the 5th. What's their love nature like? Well, Aquarius moon and Venus in the 5th, like, this is somebody that loves to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody who you could definitely, you know, create some beautiful things with, but getting them to open up emotionally is gonna be like pulling teeth. Like, it's gonna be like pulling teeth, because that's a creative robot. That also might be a hoe. with the moon and Venus in Aquarius in the 5th house, like, nah, I'm just giving you a hard time. Nah, but really more than anything else right there, that's just somebody that loves everybody with that energy right there. And they want somebody that they can be friends with. Their love nature, like, with that Aquarius moon and that Venus in the 5th, like, they just want to have fun and they want to be with somebody that they can be friends with and somebody that has similar interests to them. But they don't want to get too intimately involved. They're not about getting real deep with your ass as far as, you know, merging at a soul level, like if this was the 8th house. You know what I'm saying? Like, with these people, and it's not just for the show of it like it is with the 10th house. This is somebody that's going to give a lot of attention and affection, but it's more of a playful way that they do things. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that wants to be with somebody that's their best friend, and somebody that they can really just go out and have fun and explore and do creative things with. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that, you know, might be really fertile too with that right there. So be careful, bro. Just in all actuality, man, like, if you're looking for something different, a breath of fresh air that's not gonna be, you know, handcuffs and shackles, that's the perfect situation for you. Somebody that has an Aquarius moon and Venus in the 5th also with that. But if you're looking for somebody that's gonna open up to you emotionally, it's not gonna go. And then even with a 6th house Pisces sun, like, the thing about Pisces is very sensitive. They're emotional, but they don't really know what's going on with them. They don't know what's going on with them internally themselves, so they're gonna have to work through that. I mean it, my magic. If you're looking for somebody to have fun with, that's perfect. But if you're looking for somebody that you want to open up to you emotionally, that's not gonna be good for you. Advice on shadow work. The first, like I tell you about everything else, like be accountable, own it. The thing about shadow work is you have to own those darker parts of yourself. You have to acknowledge that they're there. You have to own them, and you got to be willing to do something about it. Because the thing about shadow work is it's not about getting rid of the darker parts of yourself. That's impossible. It's about learning how to channel some of that aggression and find some type of way to appropriately work with that energy and integrate it into other parts of your personality so that everything is helping you live as productively towards whatever your soul or your ego is trying to accomplish. But what's up, Reflection? What's up, Miss Sharon? If y'all here, you should already hit the like button as soon as you come in the show, man. Did I miss anybody's question? Let me see. Should I explain Aquarius North Node in the second house? That Aquarius North Node in the second house means like you have had some issues with letting your ego getting in your way over and over and over again in previous lifetimes. So much so that, you know, it might have made motherfuckers hate on you. Maybe even take you out the game with that being in the 8th house. That Leo in the 8th house. You know what I'm saying? That ego of yours, it's going to cause you to get into some really dark situations in life. And then, you know, it might be fun. It might make you feel powerful. That's cool. But you need to, with this, in this life, this is about learning how to be comfortable with taking a step back. And then you'll be able to work things better from behind the sidelines. Like in previous lives, you've mastered being able to step into the spotlight. You've mastered, you know, working within your ego and being empowered and being self-confident. But that self-confidence, that ego of yours is getting in the way in this life of you really building up some material security. So if you can get past that ego, you'll start to see yourself getting more and more and more money than, you know, you having that shit going on with the 8th house where you kind of use your ego and you use your charm to work everybody else's jelly and they kind of paid your way in life. So this right here is about taking a step back and becoming self-sufficient and financially and allowing yourself to see you start really stacking things up. Samir, you said, what does Saturn in the 12th house mean? That means you don't like being by yourself a lot. That means that when you do, or it could mean that wanting to be by yourself so much is really getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? With Saturn in the 12th house, like fears, scared. You're scared to let yourself succeed. You know what I'm saying? You doubt yourself all the time. Right there. And then not only that, like you don't believe. It's not like the lack of faith. Like me with Saturn in Sagittarius, or Saturn if Saturn was in the 9th house. No, it's more or less like You got a negative mindset with that right there. Saturn in the 12th, like you think negatively, and it gets in the way. Like it gets in the way of everything. Whatever's happened in the past or whatever's happened in your life, it has caused you to expect the worst. And that shit ain't serving you or anybody else. Neptune opposite the Sun and Mercury. I got Neptune opposite to the Sun. Neptune opposite to the Sun, man, means you're highly intuitive. It means that, you know, you have a lot of psychic perception, but you doubt yourself. And you're also gullible with Neptune opposite to the Sun. Like you are a sucker for a sob story. And sometimes, not only that, like you're not seeing things realistically. Like you're always in your, with Neptune opposite to the Sun, you're always in your imagination. Like you're always trying to go somewhere else. Like you don't want to deal with shit with Neptune opposite to the Sun. Like, it's not that you don't care. It's not that you can't cope. It's just easier for you to just say, fuck that shit and not even deal with that shit. You know? And you're gonna, with Neptune opposite to the Sun, like, it reflects directly to my Pisces moon even. Like, I need to learn how to be present. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta deal with shit head on. Drugs, all that shit like that, it does nothing but take away from all of my sensitivity. All it does is take away from whatever spiritual gifts that I do have. You know what I'm saying? And instead of actively using my gifts to do something to better my situation and better other people's situation, I'll just go hide off by myself like I kind of tend to do sometimes. I just rather just go be in the cut on my own and not fuck with nothing and just run and just hide basically. And that shit ain't what's up. And with Neptune opposite to the Sun, you also it could say that you have spirit, in my opinion now, it could say that you have spiritual gifts, but you're scared of your own spiritual gifts. Like you might be clairvoyant, clairsentient, or clairaudient or something, and you're having these experiences, but they scare the shit out of you. So you repress your own gifts, like, oh no, because you don't want to deal with that shit either. So it's a motherfucker. It says Sun and Mercury conjunction, and I already said that. Sun and Mercury conjunction in opposite to Neptune and Uranus conjunction. I mean, same thing that I just said, man. It's like having all these gifts. Even with Neptune represents creativity off the charts. Like when you got Neptune making any type of aspect to your moon or to your sun, like music is everything to you. Music is everything to you. But the thing with Neptune and the Sun being opposite in any situation, like you got all this shit, but you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with it. You said South Node and the Moon in the same sign in Gemini. That tells me that you need to learn how to sit your ass down somewhere. Nah. More than anything else is like you got a lot of knowledge with that. Like you have a lot of knowledge. Like you know a lot of stuff. Now it's time to have some experiences in this life that'll help you gain wisdom, because there's a major difference between knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You can collect knowledge. Wisdom has to be gained through experience. My gray hairs say so. reflection. I have Sun and Moon trying to Pluto, so that helps me out with my Neptune opposition. But I also know that that Sun opposite to Neptune is the closest aspect I have going on in my chart. Like, they are exactly opposite to each other. My Neptune is at 4 degrees of Capricorn in my 3rd house. My Sun is at 4 degrees of Cancer in my 9th house. Oh, Marvin Gibson, what's up with you, fam? You said, what do I think about having Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, all in the 12th house? That means you are an extremely introverted person. Like, you are the epitome of internal. And you have a main line to the divine. But sometimes that shit ain't, you're by yourself too much. It's not so good for you. You have to learn how to come out and be a part of society with all that 12th house energy going on. You're extremely spiritual. You're extremely powerful. You're extremely plugged into that other side. But you have to forget that you do exist on this plane with all that 12th house energy. So you're going to have to learn how to cope. You have to learn how to cope. Chiron and Aries in the 2nd house. Something to do with valuing yourself. Like, something happened early on in life that made you, first of all, you're not confident and you don't place enough value in yourself. And so it's about finding what caused that in this life and working on it so that you can feel confident. And then with this being in the 2nd, you'll see yourself start valuing yourself more. And as you start valuing yourself more, you'll start to see yourself, really start making money. You know what I'm saying? And even on top of that, like, you might even have to deal with these feelings that you have inside of conflict towards money. Because when I see Chiron and Aries in the 2nd house, I see somebody that has a very conflicted relationship with money, to where, you love money, you want it, you need it, but you also hate money. And sometimes you might even dream about just giving up all your money and just running off to the country if you could and saying, fuck that shit. Because you don't want to deal with that shit. You know what it does to you and you know what it does to other people. But you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. Aries, Chiron in the 10th house. That's about never letting anybody tell you can't do anything. Something happened with that in the 10th house right there, and that has to do with one of your parents too. That has to do with one of your parents, like, treating you like you weren't enough. That has to do with or like you feeling like you'll never be able to get to be how they are, or be as ambitious as they are, or be as successful as they are. And who are you talking to? You hear that? That ain't no plastic children's jewelry, Kerplunk. But you got yourself, you coming on here, Hayden, you got yourself blocked. Hey, what's up with this dude, Kerplunk, coming on here straight, or female, whoever this is, coming on straight, hating, right? We're gonna do that? We about positivity. I'm over here trying to help people. But you right. I'm not even gonna block you. I'm gonna let you be a hater. Thank you, beautiful decay. Hazen, you said, what is Chiron retrograde about? With Chiron retrograde, I just say that it's a lot less about other people and what they did to you and the trauma they caused, and it's a lot more with you doubting yourself and the situations that you put yourself in with that. So it's all gravy. I almost got offended, but you know what? If anybody is jumping in here hating, it's all right. That lets me know that I'm doing something correct. I don't see how anybody can jump in here spewing negativity when I'm here giving free game. You know what I'm saying? NIL, I will do a series about nakshatras because that is my favorite part. And I think it is the most integral part of Vedic astrology. And I will get to that, but that's not something that I can necessarily do half-ass. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm only gonna be going live 3 times a week, this week and next week. After that, I'm going back into my series. All right, I'm gonna start out with aspects, which is gonna take us a long, long time. There's so many aspects with so many different planets. We're gonna be working on that for a while there. But I'm gonna go live once a week, and then I'm gonna be dropping videos on aspects, recorded videos, all the time, like I was before. You have to understand that I dropped 400 videos in my first year. That's why I am who I am. People forget all these other astrologers that y'all watching. They've been here for at least 5 years. I've been here for one. Matter of fact, the last time we had a full moon eclipse was on Halloween, and it was a full moon in Taurus on Halloween of 2020, and that's when I dropped my first video on the blue moon in Taurus on Halloween day of 2020. Since then, now we coming up to this Taurus eclipse. Since then, we done did our goddamn thing. So, kerplunk. If you're still here, I love you, man. I love you. I'm not even gonna call you a retard or tell you flunked out or any of that other shit that some might do. I'm just gonna tell you I love you. If you have any questions about your astrological chart, feel free to chime in, buddy. And smile. See, I'm just trying to help you get the fuck up out the darkness. Besides all my astrology, y'all, this beat right here is one of my greatest accomplishments. Like, I put my heart and soul into that, man. And before anybody asks me what that is a Lofi sample. That is a sample on the hook. That's not me singing. That's not something that is a sample. That means it's a part of another song that is mixed into that instrumental. For y'all that don't know what a sample is. Talitha, I see your question. I'm finna answer you right now. First, Talitha, you said, what about Chiron and Gemini in the first house? I mean, that says a lot. That means that, like, there's a lot of shit that went on in your early childhood, you know, in your formative years, that really kind of made you less than confident about yourself. With that right there, with that first house, that Chiron in the first house right there. That means that you don't really believe in yourself, or something that happened to you in your past or previous lives, whatever the fuck happened. Like, you don't believe in yourself enough, whether it's some abuse that you received from some type of outside source, whatever happened, you don't believe in yourself. And with that being in Gemini, like, you're gonna have to communicate. You're gonna have to learn. The more knowledge that you accumulate, the more that you'll start believing in yourself. Because for you, with Chiron and Gemini in the first house, it starts here. Don't do what, Chrissy G? You like both or who? Because if I'm not a hater, but if you refer to me to somebody else, like, we can't be compared. And because, first of all, he's way more wildly successful than I am, and I want the brother to succeed. But I will also say that a big part of my drive to succeed is to get to where he is, so I can do something completely different than him. Because the brother is doing some fucked up shit. I'll say that. He leads people astray, and I mean that. You said you have your ascendant in Aries with Mars in the first house. What does that mean? That means you're a very assertive person. That means you're about that action. That means you don't play no games. You feel me? That's what that means. But yeah, Chrissy. I don't know how you could like me in that other person that you're referring to, because we're nothing alike. Our message is completely different. And I'm trying to pull people away from that bullshit. But I wish no bad on that person. None at all. That person might should learn a little bit from me myself. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about nobody. Because they're nobody to me. That person that I'm speaking on is only relevant to members of their cult. And I say their cult with passion. Their cult. Because if you're drinking the Kool-Aid, oh man. If you're drinking the Kool-Aid, oh man. You don't know how to think for yourself. What's up, Moon Blue? Well, Chrissy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you that you have that issue going on. That's unfortunate for you. I'm a man that's trying to change and help people. I'm not claiming to be any entity that's not of this world, because all of us are spiritual entities. I'm not going to claim to channel the energy of an entity and then lead people astray either. Let's say it like that. I'm going to tell you straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Nah, y'all want to hear some wild bullshit of a motherfucker that's trying to confuse you from what the fuck's really going on. A motherfucker that sits there and talks a whole bunch of bullshit. Supposed to be talking spiritually to people, but he's talking bad to people. He's disrespecting people. He's coming on there putting people down like they're beneath him. You got a motherfucker supposed to be teaching spirituality, talking about he's interviewing for his chick, his queen. Then he's gonna go on the next day talking bad about the same people that he was supposed to be interviewing. You got a motherfucker that sits there and spreads conspiracy theories instead of helping people out spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you something straight up about the cat. When that cat that I'm speaking on was in his basement or wherever he was in his little trailer, sweating, looking like Cat Williams in there, talking about the planets and the energy of astrology, man, I was faithfully in that man's corner. Like, man, that dude is the truth. He's such an inspiration to me. I'm telling you now. Like, when I saw that cat that I'm speaking on in his, wherever he was, in his little room, his basement, whatever the fuck it was, and this motherfucker was sweating, his hair all falling out, and he talked about the energy of Cancer and the negative, you know what I'm saying, the negative side of Aquarius and this, and he just going hard like that. I was like, man, I want to be like that dude. That dude is powerful. But somewhere along the way, that ego gets taken control, and the thing is, when you're working on spirituality, it's about incorporating the ego. It's not allowing that ego to overtake your message. And so somewhere along the way, dude smelled himself. And so now, in order to keep, he has learned the formula for getting people's attention. So in order to keep people's attention, he spreads bullshit to keep people tuned in. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sit here and hear me say, talk about people say, oh, Rudy Poo face ass, oh, dick in your booty ass, oh, purple calendar face ass, oh, cowboy black hat wearing ass. Like, man, what the fuck? You need to grow the fuck up, motherfucker. You 50 years old, nigga. I mean that. Like, and if you're paying attention to that, you are really living, looking for some low vibrational shit to indulge in. Some shit that is, when you are using spirituality, you know what I'm saying? When you're using spirituality to get people's attention, but then leading them astray, I cannot be behind that. That's why I said, hey, I don't want to see anything bad happen to this individual, because that individual is actually a tremendous inspiration to me, both negatively and positively. But I also am a type of person that sees past the bullshit, y'all. Y'all got to understand, I'm a real hood cat. You got to understand, I'm a real motherfucking man. You have to understand, I've really been through all this shit I tell y'all I've been through. I have been through experiences that really make me something else. I hold myself accountable every single time I'm on live with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with that. Venus Love, we finna get right back to it. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Like, it's about not lead people astray. It's about holding yourself accountable. You gotta pull your head out of your own ass, man. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna keep it all the way 1,000, like, the fact that y'all have him to see and y'all have me to see and we're completely different is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. J Chalice, all you gotta do is hit me up in my email at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. But yeah, that's the beautiful thing, y'all, is that you have a chance to see what he does and what I do. And hey, at the end of the day, I can't even touch this dude completely. This dude has 200,000 subscribers, and it grows by the day, exponentially. You know what I'm saying? Exponentially. So, hey, I just want him to use his platform to do the right thing. I want to help that brother. You feel me? I want to help that brother. You know what I'm saying? Even if an ass whooping helps you. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the vibe now. Let's get back to the vibe now. Are we back to the question? I'm not gonna change. I ain't gonna change. But you have to understand that success for me with the money. So it's just a whole different thing. I'm here to help people. I'm trying to clear out karma. You get what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. You know what I mean? I got that Cancer midheaven. Let's just put it like that. Like I care for real. What I want to do is help people. I want to be there. This right here, I'm trying to build a family environment, which, hey, I'd love that dude to be a part of my family too. Venus square the North Node. Hey. With Venus square to the North Node, that just tells me that you can get too comfortable in this life. When Venus is square to your North Node, like you can get too comfortable and you'll get away. You can get stagnant and complacent, and you can get away from going towards that North Node. You can get away from working on the shit that you really need to work on because things start going well and you start feeling confident with Venus, and you know things start running smooth. So when things start running smooth, you have a tendency to get complacent, and then you're not going towards that North Node. So you gotta do something with that. Keita Berg 2002. And then with a maturity number 11, that just the person that you're gonna mature into in this life. And let me also say, y'all, that your maturity number is very closely aligned with your North Node too. But your maturity number is about who you're gonna grow into be. It's about, you know, through the lessons that you learned in life and going through that stuff, like you're gonna grow into this person right here. And so it's 110 here. Where are you at, Kane? Anyway, but with your maturity number being an 11, it's just that you're here to help people. You're gonna grow into somebody that's out making a difference in throughout the whole world. You feel? Oh, Hawaii. So you West Coast time. Way past West Coast. You Pacific Island time. All right, Samir. Much love to you. Nicole Sweet, you said in numerology, if you change your name, if you marry and change your name, does it change your life path? No. Your life path is about your maiden name. You know, your birth name. It will change. It can change your luck. It can change your signature number. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it doesn't have that much of a significance like that. It changes the way that you approach, you know, documents and the energy that comes along with signing your name. Because it's believed that, you know, your signature carries a significant amount of energy with it. That's why your signature is so important on anything. Even on online documents, you have to do an electric signature. Your signature is a representation of your energy. It seals the deal. Just like before you came into this life, you put your signature on that soul contract. Whatever that signature means, whatever that means, like you signed a soul contract. You signed a contract before you came into this life. So on any Mr. Nobody, it's a 4, 3. You put 3 into 12. You put 3 into 12 and you get a 4 out of that. You know what I'm saying? Reflection. Is it froze up, y'all? It's buffering. Let me fix some stuff here. They're messing with. It never does that. I don't know why. Is it still lagging? What you mean my algorithm getting out there? Don't scare me. Is it good now though? Hey, anytime it's having technical difficulties, man, y'all let me know so I can fix it on my end. Because I can now see that it's good on my end. I need my algorithm to get out of there, man. I need y'all to share it as much as possible, man. If y'all got any of my videos that you love, hey, man, go share it on your social media so everybody else can see it, man. Like, hey, let's stir the pot a little bit. I like this Aries moon energy. I got Vesta right now. This moon right now is exactly conjunct my Vesta in my 6th house. And then I also got, that means by this evening sometime, I'll have it be in conjunct my nodes, which my north node is in Aries in the degrees. So yeah, I have no idea. Hold on. I got you, Agent the Alchemist, but Reflection asked me about Chiron and Scorpio in the 11th house. And with Chiron and Scorpio in the 11th house, that tells me that, hey, man, the people that you fool around with aren't so good for you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever's happened in your life, like, you're gonna have to make better friends. You're gonna have to start fooling around with people that are good for you, because you're fooling with some dark people. With Chiron in Scorpio in the 11th house, like, you really got some deep, intimate, you down with your friends. Like, y'all down for each other through till death do us part, but that's not good for you. Whoever those friends are that you had earlier in your life, or the people that you surround yourself with, or the things that you choose to indulge in, it's not so good for you. It's a little dark. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to come to a point where, you fool with people, you get out of them circles. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out of them circles. Like I always tell y'all, if you hang at the barbershop long enough, you gonna get a haircut. Like, you got to stay away from the people that you like. With Chiron and Scorpio in the 11th house, like, you fucking with the wrong type of people. So don't do that. And then Asia, you said, what about Lilith in Libra in the 11th, sextile to Pluto and Sagittarius in the 2nd? Hey, that means money. That means that basically, man, like, you want to make a lot of money. And the thing is, like, the way that you go about it is it's not straight up with that Lilith in that right there. So with that being sextile to Pluto and Sagittarius in the 2nd, to me, that just tells me that you don't need to get rid of that. You need to learn how to integrate that part of yourself with Pluto there too, and transform it into something that's more positive, and something that will help you start keeping a little bit of what you're making. Because with Lilith and Libra in the 11th, like, you're making a significant amount of money, but with it being sextile to Pluto and Sagittarius, like, something to do with what you believe, or something you have going on, is stopping you from saving that money. So for you to be able to keep that money and get over those issues that you have with money, with Libra and Sagittarius, you're gonna need to both find balance, and you're gonna need to start believing that you can do it. Okay? Okay. A destiny number 22. You've asked me about all them places. I'm not giving out no numerology reading. Hold on. I think I got an emergency going on. Well, I have to end this live, y'all. I gotta go pick up my son, man. The school just hit up his mom. They said he has to be picked up immediately. So I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I might even come back live again here in a little bit. I might. But hey, I love y'all. Thank y'all all for fooding with me the way that y'all food with me. Y'all keep it real till next time. And hey, just remember that I got no hate or animosity towards anybody. I just don't agree with what they got going on. And I don't have to agree with them to wish them nothing but prosperity. Okay? And so, just remember that, man. People are allowed to have a difference of opinion. And that's love. Thank y'all. I might come back here in a little bit, but I got